Hello and welcome to today's live stream. Today we are here live streaming F1 2020 and we're doing the Japanese Grand Prix in the My Team career mode. And I'm quite excited because we're back here also streaming in what used to be my YouTube studio. We have returned. First time in a while that we're streaming here. I need a little bit more space for some stuff. So this room has become a shared room between everybody in the house. Got a desk here for my dad to work from home as well. So definitely a room that we all can share together. And I'm super excited to be back in this room. And yeah, so today we're doing F1 2020. We're only doing one race. Because it's quite hot, and I would like to go in my room where it's not hot. But we are going to do the My Team. I don't know. This is My Team's the My Team Japanese Grand Prix. Now, I said before I was going to do a lot of streaming of this, and I ended up playing a bunch of it on my own, just because I've really just enjoyed this mode so much. I believe the last race we did might have been. I don't know. I couldn't really tell you what the last one that we did was. Let me go to the live control room here real quick. No thumbnail. I don't have all those files on this other desktop computer. Kind of just a quick little stream here, more than anything. So we will have a live the thumbnail on when it's public. High cash balance. Recommend that you spend some of the cash you accumulated. We can invest in better facilities. Try to tempt a more expensive driver to race as your teammate. Yeah, that's my goal. Is to try to get more money to get a better teammate. Let me just make sure the stream health is good. Everything looks good. All right. So changes around here. R&D, we're still a bit shit. This part failed to get delivered. Engine-wise, we're gonna keep that whatever. Corporate, got some sponsors here. Contracts, we got Guan Yu Zhou now. Guan Yu Zhou, that's his name. All right, we got Guan Yu Zhou instead of where's this dude? Mahavir Regathia. We had him because he was cheap in the beginning. Dropped him immediately. Got Guan Yu Zhou instead, which is decent. To have on our team. I mean, he's not all around who we want to have in the end. I mean, I do want to go for Sebastian Vettel potentially. Definitely a driver I've looked at adding and considered adding and hopefully get the opportunity to. I'm not sure if we can tempt him to our team. But I want to have that money on hand when the season comes to a close, which we're honestly not that far away from. So you see, we're trying to get that money to go up. So he needs to get, he needs 13.5 million. So we're going to at least try to have that much money. I mean, here's the thing. If he doesn't come into our team, we can either look at a driver on this list that will come to our team, maybe a little further down, maybe a Sergio Perez or a Lando Norris or, George Russell maybe. I mean, it depends on if they want to go to a team that's not fully up and going. And I mean, honestly, I'll keep Guan Yu Zhou if nobody's interested in coming, I'll keep him. I think that he's a good driver to have on the team. We'll just continue to develop him until he gets good. Customization-wise, this has been our car livery for a while. Got the podium passes. We've been rocking out with the British flag on the car with our team colors of black, orange, and blue. Looking here at our finishes, got some wins. We've been able to sort of finesse our way up there with the terrible car. Also, granted, our difficulties on 60% or 60, which is hard mode. So I mean, it's not like it's the easiest mode. So we've been able to finesse our way a little bit to some of those good finishes. at some of those tracks. I mean, China got away from us a little bit. Azerbaijan, Belgium. But I know Azerbaijan and Belgium really got away from us. Those should have been wins as well. But, I mean, one tracks that I feel like I'm good at. Bahrain, good. Netherlands, I really thought was good for me, so that was good to win there. Austria, my best track in the game. Russia, my second best track in the game. Spain, not winning there. Bit of a disappointment. France, I'm also pretty good at, along with Hungary. And Canada to drive up to second. That was a wild race. So then the last time we might have done a video was Spain. So I don't do some amount of the season not on stream, but here we are, final four. I think I'll do Japan, and I'll probably pick it up in the second season. I'll probably finish the season tonight off camera. Here's our overall record: 3 poles, 7 wins. I've won 7 races this season. Hello? Holy shit! I didn't really realize. 9 podium finishes. Okay, so again, we have a decent amount of money in our pocket, and again, at the end of the season, Guan Yu Zhou gets 2.5 million. Weekly, we get about $1 million. So, again, and the sponsor goals have been good for us. This one here is achieve a podium, achieve at least a podium within the team, and hold first place for 4 laps. So, I mean, if I get up there, basically if I get into first place, I can kind of block and keep the lead, which means that I can probably in one video or in one race get the goal, and from just 2 sponsors, that's about $1 million. So, very good there. Also from our sponsor, Shark, our goal bonus is $9 million. So, we got 5 constructors points. Actually, looking at the standings, we are first with our ABCW Shark Racing, or Shark ABCW Racing car. I did put Shark in it because I feel like it'd be kind of cool to have the sponsor of the team in the name, as most of the teams have. Not necessarily on this screen, but some of the other ones. You look at the R&D screen here. Mercedes, Petronas, Aston Martin, Red Bull, BWT Racing Point, DP World for Renault, Orlin for Alfa Romeo. So, the ones with their sponsors, I think that's pretty cool to throw ours in there, so it says Shark on there. So that's that. I wanted to have the engine as well. I was trying to get to say Shark ABCW Racing Mercedes, but we couldn't get that. So yeah, and also with our R&D development, bunch of upgrades came in from Mercedes. So that's kind of cool to get those upgrades from your engine supplier. Again, here also durability, those coming in from Mercedes. So durability was something we'll modify later on. That doesn't really matter as much to me as this stuff does. But our next thing here is getting our, what part is this? Cylinder head. That's a pretty big upgrade. That would put us up there, at least past Williams. And again, most of the top ones are either Ferrari or Mercedes engines, which is what we have, is Mercedes. But we don't have enough points for that. We will earn that through qualifying, though, so we can work on that when we get in the menu. Facilities, most of these are looking pretty good as well at the moment. Again, if we don't sign a top tier driver, I'll throw a bunch of cash into that stuff. So that's our goal. If we don't get a top driver, we don't get Sebastian Vettel or somebody of that caliber to join our team, which I don't really know necessarily the requirements. I wish you could sort of see what they want, but if there's somebody like Vettel that we can get, I'm going to try to sign him. I don't think he'll come to our team, but I want to have the money to sign him and say, hey, come to our team. If we can get him. So that's ultimately going to be our goal here, is to try to get Vettel to come to our team, if possible. at the end of the season. But for now, we're here at the Japanese Grand Prix. Forecast terrain. I don't really feel too confident in my driving in Japan anyways. So to come here and have to do a wet race, bit worrying, not gonna lie, but we'll do what we can do. Make it do what it do, as the kids say. As the kids are still saying. I'm not sure. Alright, so enough resource points there from Guanijo to get us to the next upgrade. So we'll get to qualifying here in the menu. And see what happens there with that. See what happens there. Because we'll go to the menu and we'll get the cylinder head upgrade. Which would be big. Big upgrade. Big upgrade. This takes a minute to load, dude. And the good news is the failure chance is only 24%, which are odds that I will take. Now, that's going to take until November to do, and I think we're here in October. But it is cool for them to sort of put more, like a date on it, instead of just saying, Azerbaijan, this update's good, or America, this update's good, or Japan, whatever. It's going to be like this date. So it makes it a little bit more in-depth with that as well. I like that. So here we go. I mean, I want to be the first one out there on the track. I want to be absolutely the first driver to hit this track. So pretty much the second that this thing loads, puts me in the garage, tells me I can go out, I'm going out. Alright, there we go. Heading out before anybody else. There is a Ferrari down the road. And a Racing Point also down the road, but nothing near us yet. Which is good, because that means unless we make a mistake on this lap, slide off, crash, and ruins our front wing, one of the two, we get to be the first car to cross the line instead of qualifying time, get out here and have the track to ourselves, and we may have some cars come out of the pits, which is a bit of a yikes. But hopefully they don't really get in our way. Most cars on their outlap kind of get out of your way if you're doing your flying lap. So that's the good thing. Most of the cars do get out of your way. Japan, again, a circuit that I don't know, I feel okay about Japan. I'm not, like, excited, but I'm also not, like, disappointed, like, when we come to Monaco, per se. Japan's definitely a doable race. DRS here. Wide open on the front straight. We were going to have one car pulling out in front of us, a Mercedes, but they should be far enough up the track that they will not get on our way here of our qualifying lap. We're going to go off on the grass anyway, so this is going to sort of be a bad lap for us. We'll definitely not be anywhere too impressive with this lap. This will definitely be one that will be on the board as fastest to start, but not on the board as fastest after whoever's behind me sets a lap, pretty much. Yeah, this lap is dead, dude. Damn. Guan Yu Zhou now hitting the track back there. See him going through the S's right now. It's pretty cool for him to be out on the track. Our goal really with the second car is if they can beat a Williams, I feel confident in that. That's really what his goal's been. You know, that's what my goal's been for that second driver. And I mean, he's gotten points in 2 races, so happy with that. Definitely better than Mahavir, whatever the hell his name was, than what he got for us, because he didn't get anywhere near a point. So most of our constructors' points come from me, and a couple from Guan Yu Zhou, but that's kind of why we're in a spot where we are not competing constructors, even if we're competing for the Drivers' Championship. There you go, fastest lap for me. Leclerc is going to clips that right away. Immediately he's going to beat our lap there, and we're going to go wide. And we're just going to back out of this qualifying run and return to the garage. So most cars are out there on the track right now. Guan Yu Zhou right there with the 9th fastest. We have the 8th fastest. Latifi with the 10th fastest.
Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active...
Alright, so we're going to accelerate time here a little bit. And this is probably when we want to go out on the track. Right now, we're going to drive out, kind of slot into a spot we want to be. Track's relatively clear. Most of those cars are done with their lap. By the time we get out, they'll be already pitting. We can get on our flying lap pretty much by the time that they pull in. So they're a Red Bull pulling in. Then we got a Renault, followed by a Mercedes. And then the AlphaTauri is back there with a McLaren. So we're in a spot where, you know, we can get around here relatively well. And kind of just slot in. Hopefully no cars decide to leave right when we start our lap. And I don't necessarily know if they will. We may see a car or two hit the track in a couple seconds, but most cars are not going to be on the track for this minute or two. And that's kind of when I like to hit the track, to be that first car out once again in the second runs, everybody. As you see the AlphaTauris go back in the pits, along with the McLaren there. And we'll see if anybody decides to hit the track right now. Yes, it looks like we have a Renault heading out. So the second runs are going to start very, very quickly, and we're probably going to catch some of these cars in their pit. We sit on their racing point, also leaving the pits, which is a bit problematic. I feel like we maybe left a little bit too early, but it depends on really if anybody else comes out of the pits right about now, which doesn't look like anybody's going to. So we should be in a spot where we don't hit any traffic on our lap here, or if we do, hopefully we catch them in a solid location. A little bit slower there, but faster than we did previously. This is a section that I really, really struggle with, and this car is not brilliant through it. I struggled through here with like a Season 8 Red Bull in 2019, so this track has not been the most friendly track to me. Don't expect a dominating performance, especially the fact that we're going to be running it in the rain.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Not the most excited about that weather report when I saw we're doing a rain race. Hit the grass there a little bit, clipped that really killer lap. We're actually going to do the flashback here. Correct that error. We had a good run going right about here. We're in a solid spot. Honestly, solid through here. Oh no. Right as I was going on that turn, my thumb kind of slid off of it. I had to like use the tip of my fingernail to hold down the stick there and do the turn. That's not what you want when you're going into a corner qualifying in Japan. What's going to be through this section? We're going to be faster than the Grosjean. Absolutely. We are faster than the Grosjean through that section. Solid run through there, honestly. So the Renault and the Racing Point, not a factor at all for us here on this lap. Which is good. That's going to have us go 11th fastest. Still not brilliant. We can stay here probably for one more lap. But the second lap is typically always a little bit nicer. I'm not sure, though, how accurate the statement's going to be. Not at all accurate. Light up the rear wheels there. Trying to get back on track there. And these rear wheels are absolutely cooked, dude. There's so much heat in them right now. It's unbelievable. Whoa!
What happened?
That crash there is going to take us out of qualifying. See where we start. In the Japanese Grand Prix. We were 11th on the board. Unreserved, we're the 20th, dude.
Complete. Let's review our top three today. Hamilton, Bottas, and Charles Leclerc.
Alright, we only lost one spot then.
We now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then.
Not brilliant, though.
No doubt.
Not brilliant.
Bad luck today. That must be incredibly disappointing. It didn't look like you put much time into practice.
Yeah, my focus is 100% on qualifying the race.
Competition is for you this season.
Not as close as I like it. I mean, I have to go and practically win every race, but yeah.
Great. Well, that's everything.
And make up as many spots on the race start, and then hold them off for the entire time. One mistake and you're done. Not a problem. At all. For your boy. Your boy. Your boy. Not a problem. Your boy good. Your boy good at this game. Your boy good at this game. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we can do. Head into this menu. I'm excited. I'm excited. See what we can do here. Long loading screens in these games these days. I don't know what the carousel is at the Nordschleife, but I know this is Nordschleife, but set it for the memes, bro. Alright, so we're already getting that developed. Cool, I didn't remember if I set that for development. Here we go. Japanese Grand Prix. Go here to my notes on my phone.
Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Issa Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside.
Alright, so there we go. Made some updates to that list.
Wait for us today in the Japanese Grand Prix. We're southwest
It's
of the city of
wet.
Nagoya today. It's a wet and windy
So
circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with sector 1 likely to prove especially difficult in these conditions. Overtaking into turns 1 and 16 today. And
not sure how I feel about this, but
style dives into the hairpin as well. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Verstappen, Lance Stroll, and Albon, Perez, Ocon, Fiat, and the owner driver, Bottas, Vettel, Pierre Gasly, and Norris, Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Carlos Sainz, and Kevin Magnussen, Raikkonen, Russell, Latifi, and Guan Yu Zhou. And with preparations...
alright, so Guan Yu Zhou is going to start last. We're going to start 10th after a penalty for both Sainz and Bottas. Dropped them both behind us here in 12th place. Bottas must have qualified second because he dropped down to 11th. Sainz dropped down to 17th. Seems to qualified 7th. Alright, here we go.
5 races remaining. We're still in with a chance of taking the Constructors' Championship. The team need a result from you today.
Bro. We know damn well we're not winning the Constructors' Championship unless Guan Yu Zhou comes over here and gets... unless we get a 1-2 and Ferrari take themselves out. Which is always possible. Oh god, big mistake for me there. Try to get a little too aggressive on the entry to that corner. It's not a 4-car battle, or a 4-team battle for that Constructor Championship like that dude thought it was. It's not, dude. Sorry, I hate to break it to you, but we're like 150 points out or something. I mean, mathematically, we're not eliminated, but... based on the cars that we have, yeah, we're eliminated, dude. Like, based on the fact that Guan Yu Zhou is last and has scored a total of 4 points this season because he's performing where the car should be, I'm just outperforming the hell out of this equipment because I got lucky on a bunch of these starts. They can always pass cars like that, like I did. That was a big move. Took that risk. Put myself in a position where this shit is winnable. And we're also in a spot where we're on 60% difficulty, which is still hard mode, but
Okay, that's a good start.
not as hard as it could be. I think going into Season 2, we'll definitely up it to 70 difficulty. For sure. I mean, I'm not going to change it mid-season. But that was definitely something I want to change. Because I don't necessarily think outperforming my car to this extent is what I want to do. So that is a thing that we need to keep in mind here. And that's not discounting at all what I've done in this series, though, I don't think, by saying it's on that difficulty. Because if you saw some of those races, they were a bit iffy on the wins, like going down to the end there. Of course, ERS active here. No spot really to get by Verstappen, though. We do loosen up a little bit there, and we are going to be able to get by Verstappen coming out of the hairpin turn. We're not hairpin, but the wide winding turn. Verstappen's going to come back at us. We're going to push him wide a little bit there, and we're going to get by the Red Bull once again. Ricciardo's coming up next now. He's our next target. And I think catching him is doable. He definitely seems catchable. I think these cars in the rain are catchable. And I feel like I have confidence in my driving this game in the rain abilities. So I definitely like my odds in the rain. And Ricciardo is slow enough that we can catch him. Because he slowed down Verstappen, basically. That's what put Verstappen in a passable spot in the first place, was Ricciardo here in front of us. So if we can stay near him, we are actually gaining on him here without overtake on. So activate overtake. We have the fastest sector too of anybody. We're going to start reeling in Ricciardo here a lot into this turn. Can we get Ricciardo here down the straight, though? The main straight. Activate ERS here. And he is going to start actually pulling away from us a little bit. We're going to go wide, and that's actually going to help us get a little bit better of a drive through here, I do believe. Right on the back of Ricciardo now. We are right here. This is a potential podium in Japan, just sitting right here in front of us. Just don't do anything stupid into some of these turns. But Ricciardo's slow enough that we can definitely get by him. See, that's what I wanted to do that was stupid, was to break off that front wing. It's not what you want to do going into these turns. Let's break off that front wing. So, gonna play it smart. Get right up on him. Get that overtake mode going. See what it can do. Ricciardo does pull away a little bit through here. We're going to get right back up on him once again. Right on Ricciardo. That's where you want to be. Overtake really doesn't have any more use in this lap, so we're just going to keep it sitting there. Flat out through here, or pretty much flat out. Just dabble the brakes. We are on Ricciardo here. Unfortunately, we cannot use ERS immediately out of this corner. We're going to have it lined up right now. That's going to start pushing us down this straight here. But we're going to settle back and not use it. Oh, we were right there on him. I feel that could have been doable. Had to been just a little bit closer forward. Right on Ricciardo once again. This is where we want to be. We really, really catch him to the corners. I feel like our car is good to the corners. It's just a little slow on the streets. That's the main weakness of this car. I really, really feel like we have a good, nice car in these corners, but on these straights here, it is slow. Slower than it should be. Right on Ricciardo, we're going to actually take him to the inside here and damage our wing again. Unfortunately. It was a brilliant little move. I really thought we could make it work, but not this time. Back on the ERS mode immediately, but we just do not have the power, so we just cannot catch him. We're going to turn that off this time, though, because I do not want to have a situation again where we go into the long straight and just don't have any. Verstappen's pulling up on us still from behind. He's still putting the pressure on us, so it's not clear sailing. I think we can get by Ricciardo. It's doable, and I think that that's just what it comes down to, is can we pass Daniel Ricciardo? I feel he's very, very slow right here. So this is where we got a shot at him. Right here, side by side, use our ERS.
Power from the engine is going to be down slightly and showing some minor wear.
And he's actually going to get us in this corner, though. We could get back by him there. That's what we needed. Back by him right there. What a brilliant move on Daniel Ricciardo. Took us a couple laps to set that one up. Let's see what we can do here. Let's not just throw it away immediately.
Seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain.
I definitely feel like I had a chance at Leclerc there for a little bit. But we got hung up behind Ricciardo and really couldn't start pressurizing Leclerc. So good news is we got that move done. We can really try to focus on gapping Ricciardo and gapping Verstappen because we just couldn't do anything there. I mean, this car is not really going to gap anybody, but I think that the pace that Ricciardo's going, it may be I mean, it could gap a Williams maybe, but it's not going to gap most of these cars. I mean, look at that train that we have behind us. Ricciardo and I really just did that. But we played it right with the ERS. I think we used that to
Car ahead is 5.0 seconds.
a good advantage. A little bit of a slide there. Back in the overtake mode here.
We're leading our teammate by 20.8 seconds.
Guan Yu Zhou definitely should be able to get around one of those Williams back there, but it looks like he's getting held up a little bit by them. So he can't make the pass. As we're trying to just hang on to third here. Hang on to this podium. We're on lap 6 of 13. It's a bit hot in the room here, I'm not going to lie. I've thought it's been hot all day. It's definitely been something I've been not sure why, but I just felt like it's very hot all day. I mean, it's quite hot outside. It's like 85 degrees, but it has been terrible. So I'm waiting for this to be done. If I'm honest, I recorded videos for next weekend. Got a video to do for Saturday. That was something cool I'm working on there, which we'll announce later. But here we go, through the corner. Feeling okay about how we're doing here. Not like the most brilliant race, but to be in third in the Japanese Grand Prix is quite alright, I guess. Solid points day. It's a bit of a disappointment that Hamilton is the leader when we've kind of challenged him and said he's our rival the most. I mean, I went for the biggest amount of points. It was like Vettel, Leclerc, Bottas, or Hamilton. And I'm like, oh, so if we beat Hamilton as our rival, we get the most acclaim, absolutely. Obviously, I think the other ones are beatable easier, but Hamilton's the most points, so. Good news is if we get this podium here, we get that bonus money from at least 2 of our sponsors. I believe one is... I think 2 of them have to do with getting podiums. I don't know. I know one of them is going to get a podium. One of them is lead 4 laps and win the race, which we're not going to do. Unless Leclerc and Hamilton have an issue right now. which I don't think they will have. Because we didn't take the lead on lap 9 if we want to do that, which they're just getting away from us. So again, they both need to retire by lap 9. Then we can get that bonus. Fastest third sector there. That was pretty good. We did actually cut into Leclerc's
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
gap a little bit, but not for long. Ooh. Feeling good here. My finger does not hurt at all from doing 2 race videos in a row and then this. I feel good. Normally I have a gap in between my races, but when it's videos, you kind of just jam them together. And unfortunately, this is not a race where we can pit and at least get a little bit of a break there.
7.4 seconds.
This is rain the entire time, so kind of boxed into doing lots, but they'll tick down pretty quick here towards the end.
Gap to teammate behind is 29.1.
Ricardo's definitely slow. That's been very beneficial, the fact that he's just so hard to pass because this track's hard to pass on. And I mean, we were able to clear him, but Verstappen's not able to find that spot, so we're in a position where if Ricardo keeps in front of Verstappen, we definitely got a potential to just hold this spot and we're good. And he was 2.2 seconds behind there in that break zone, so. Lap 9 out of 13 here. Closing out on lap 10 of 13. Feeling quite good about how this race is going for us here. I definitely thought we were going to have a problem in the wet race. Definitely got helped by 2 penalties for Vettel and Sainz that moved us up from 12th to 10th, put us in points. And then from there, we were in a spot where, for some reason, the AI are really, really bad for about 2 seconds on the start. So you can always make up a bunch of spots. I don't know if it's just a glitch with the game or the way they actually designed it to be this year. Not sure. I know last year they were very, very overpowered on launches, and I always would lose a spot or two. This year I've just been gaining like massive spots going to the corners. You see there I went from about 10th to 6th in a corner. And I was able to get Albon through one of those corners and catch Verstappen because Ricardo was so slow past him. So worked out. Not normally. I think if we weren't in the rain, I definitely would have been able to pass any of them. I don't think. Maybe Ricardo would have been slow enough that would have slowed him down. I'm not sure if he's slow because of the rain or if he's just slow because he's slow. But Ricardo being as slow as he is put us on a spot to pass Verstappen and Albon, which we weren't remotely going to be near doing normally. Like, once they're gone, they're gone. But, you know, we're in a spot where a couple laps away from just claiming this third place podium here. Leclerc's gone, Hamilton's gone. I'll take a third here in Japan.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are
Solid points that will help our points, or solid points will help our point total, should say. I believe our main competitors in the championship have been Vettel and Verstappen, so we may actually gain championship points by that, because I think Hamilton's like 5th or 6th. I think he's way down the order from where you'd expect him to be in a championship fight. We're struggling with some of these corners here, though. So Ricardo's definitely catching us. We're struggling because I just put on higher power, and it changes how you got to drive some of these corners. Really pushing the car through them more, and they're struggling on the wet here. Being in the higher fuel mode, not what you want. Ultimately, I don't get passed by any of them, but Ricardo is mainly who I'd like to just be able to have go by if anybody goes by. Because he's going to be slow enough I can just pull back up to him and pass him again. Obviously, that all comes down to timing and stuff, but I don't want to be in a spot where I mess up and it pushes Ricardo out of the way and lets Verstappen go by and Albon go by. And then our just race killed and we get like 6th.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
That's definitely not the goal. And I was worried the whole time, like, oh no, we're going to be in DRS range for them, but we don't get DRS in the rain. No DRS in the rain. So here you go, lap 12 of 13. We've started to open up a little bit more of a gap on Ricardo. We hit that curb, and that really kills us through the S's here. That's a big, big problem for us through those S's. Not what you want to see.
Our gap to the car in front is 11.8 seconds.
Fantastic. Feeling really, really good through some of these sections here on the race where I feel like we're just, you know, doing enough. So to keep the lead, or not lead, but the lead third place podium spot. As now through the corners here, we get set to head on to the final lap of the Japanese Grand Prix.
This is your final lap of the race.
Here we go. Super, super confident about how we're going through this track here.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Feel great about how this lap's going for us. Ooh, a little bit on that bit of the track there. The curbing. Feather it through there. We really were struggling. Sliding there as well. Can we stay in the spot? We almost sent it off the track there. Big mistake. It's going to open the door for Ricardo, but he was just a little bit too far back. Oh my god, we had a big mistake there. Another mistake in this bit of the track here. Can we stay ahead of Ricciardo and Verstappen? Yes, we do. Just barely making some of these mistakes here. These tires are shot, especially that left front. That thing gone. I'll see both our front tires here. Ricardo's closing in on us now quickly.
To mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
And he's actually getting by us. Ricardo has passed us. We hit into Ricardo. Lose a bit of our front wing here. Ricardo trying to get back by us. Car is not driving great now at all. Ricardo coming back at us, but we're going to stay in third place.
Top job, my friend, top job.
Oh,
Something
man.
about this one at the start of the weekend, but you've pulled through.
I agree, dude. Why don't you use TV Pod? Because I don't want to. This is the mode that feels the best to me to play.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was.
Hello.
Anthony Davis.
Oh, man, what what a finish.
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a
Oh, man.
wet. What that means is that drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you
That was a wild race. I was
brake later and can put you a long way up the road.
very, very happy with how
See the
that
drivers starting to approach
that
the
went.
podium
Oh,
with
man.
victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Bit of a shocker here. Mercedes winning the race. Still somehow carrying this absolute garbage team to podiums that it does not deserve based on our ranking.
Let's have a quick look at how the driver standings have changed. Another solid result for our championship leader today, allowing them to extend the gap between themselves and the rest of the standings. Some
Yes.
amazing talents out on the track today. But Anthony, who was
Hamilton's
your biggest
81
driver?
behind. That's wild.
The owner driver today. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
Let's move on to the constructors.
Ooh.
Current championship leaders still hold top spot. That gap is getting smaller. And with that, we wrap up another weekend
Okay.
of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Oh, Vettel didn't score. That's the big hurt. That happened to Ferrari there, I guess. That's why Vettel fell to fourth. Guan Yu Zhou. They're 7 points he scored this season. Okay. Gave him 4 at the beginning. He has 7 points this season. More than Romain Grosjean and Nicolas Latifi. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, let's advance here. Let's see what we gotta do now. Probably get a question about how do you feel about that result, or you left a lot of body work out there on the track, or whose fault was that incident, or
The fans really seem to enjoy that. It made it look easy.
I know.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
This car has the grace of a ballet dancer.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
Couldn't do without a great team behind me.
The weather was miserable today, but do you feel this was an advantage for you?
Challenging conditions separate the champions from the rest of the field. Yeah, they do. Oh, I wanted to see that. Alright, how's money looking? Alright, achieve at least one podium within the team and achieve a podium. There you go. Almost $1 million, and of course, bonus money here for the payout of the race. We did take some damage in our contact with Ricardo in the end, though. Or we're going to get a lot more money there. Unfortunate, but, you know, it cost me $40,000 to earn $955,000, so $905,000 right there. Or, you know, 40 more, so it's whatever. Gotta do some amount of money. Set some activities for the U.S. Grand Prix. I mean, 3-day event. With the sponsor headquarters, and then for 4 days. Ooh. I'll take this because the rest of our team will definitely feel better about themselves if we do that. We have 1 day that we can't really feel anything, which is kind of unfortunate. Because of where that invitational event is. Facilities looking dank. We can go here and start upgrading our engine again. Let's go to slightly less worn. It's done more laps. Somehow it's less worn though. Gearbox, we're at the end of the line for this one. Let's go back to our old gearbox here. Oh wait, we can order a new gearbox. There's no penalty for that. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I'll take a new gearbox. Spend more money on upgrades. Yeah, I'm trying to spend money going to the next season, trying to get a better driver. It's my goal right now. And then whatever money I have left at the end of the season, we will invest the hell out of in all this stuff. So it's kind of our goal here, try to just build up a lot of money and then throw it into these things for season 2. That's my strategy here, at least. Yeah, I think we're looking good. We don't have 20 for that yet. Once we do, we'll get more sponsors. That'll be nice. So we'll advance here. That more the invitational event. Ooh, that's money. That's money right there. We'll go to the invitational event. I don't really do invitational events. I'm not that type of dude typically. But we'll do one here. Get ahead to Russia. What are we driving here? Once this event is over, we will be wrapping up streaming tonight, though. But do subscribe if you're interested in seeing more content here on the channel. Pursuit. Your opponents are slower cars, but they have a head start. Overtake them all before completing the allotted laps. Oh, easy, bro. Easy, bro. Alright, we're gone here. We're absolutely gone, dude. Here in this 2005? 2006 Renault? I don't know which one it is. Couldn't really care less what year it was, but all I know is we got a fast car in Russia, which for me, that equals success. It's a track I'm not on keyboard now. Got controller here. Ooh. Come on. Oh, we can make this pass right now. Absolutely. You're done. You're cooked, bro. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Second lap. Those first couple cars were easy to pass. These few are going to take a little bit longer to catch. We've got an old Williams here. Back when Williams was competitive. But no match for my newer Renault. You're done. Alright, what's up next in front of us? What do we got? See your encouragement in the chat, thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, who do we have here? Let's get another Williams. Track limits don't exist. Come on. We're right behind him. We'll get him at the end of the straight here. Obviously, normally this is a DRS straight, but these cars don't have DRS. So it's just a straight. Oh, I could have gone for that. I didn't want to damage the car. Cross back this way. Yes, you're done. A little bit tight through there, but we're going to be able to come around here, complete the pass, get the extra acclaim, get the extra money. And now we just got to do a lap of this track pretty much without crashing. Which, considering this is one of my best tracks, shouldn't be a problem. What does first person mode without a halo look like? Oh god. Oh boy. What an experience. And in one of these old cars, this is another level, dude. Right there on the curb, look at that. Absolutely flawless. Absolutely flawless. Brilliant moves through there. We didn't even need that extra lap. We could have done that in 2 laps. But I'll take the extra experience, and I'll take the extra claim, and I'll take the extra money for an easy challenge here in Russia. Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that. Most people are kind of toxic about their views. I do like driving in first person occasionally, so I just figured I'll try it out on the last lap, though. Not normally driving cars without halos on them, and this is kind of fun to see without that. But yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. Most people are kind of toxic about if you drive in that view that I do, but it's cool that you're just cool with that. I've had plenty of people get annoyed with my view of driving. I had one comment before. They were like, big hurt in one of my videos that I drove that way. I'm just like, that's what I do, dude. But yeah. Either way, fun driving first person, fun driving whatever chase cam I use, and got bonus money. That's really what matters out of that. That's really what matters. Oh, I like it with the halo though. It makes it real. I know you can turn it off, but it looks kind of weird with it off. Alright, advanced time here. Alright, so let's see how we're doing. Financial. Look at that. Look at that. Have some money in a minute. Yes, so I think this is the good spot to wrap up. It's pretty hot in my room here. I like to go have air conditioning. Am I going to stream USA? No, I will not be. So that's where we will wrap up today. If you are interested in subscribing, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. We'll be back with more live streams soon. Not sure we're going to pick up the career mode streams, maybe in a day or two. So maybe we'll either be wrapping up this career mode or starting a second season. And yeah, that's that. So thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out the stream, commenting, partaking, and we'll see you guys in the next one.